Alright guys, looks like a new update just released for Schedule 1. Now it's still in beta, and if you want to play it, please check the pinned comment down below, in which I will explain how to enable betas for Schedule 1 on Steam. And other than that, let's jump into this video. Alright, so getting into it, one of the new features is the lockers, and this is gonna substitute beds for the employees. So I've got one employee here. If we do assign, we're gonna see instead of bed a locker, and then we can assign them to a locker. And of course the locker is where we're gonna be placing the money into for the employee. But imagine this and how much space you will save, because that's like 3 lockers in one spot right here, as opposed to, of course, a bunch of beds. So that's a very nice addition. A second cool thing, and I know a lot of you guys don't even use cleaners, just use the console command, but if we look at the trash can, it has a huge cleanup radius now. So finally, if we have like a bunch of pots here, and we place like a couple of trash cans, like for example here, and on the other side, they would cover the whole area. So thank you, Tyler. Now, another cool thing is a flashlight. Let's wait till night real quick. So when it's night, the flashlight lights everything pretty well. And the weird part is, you're kind of supposed to be able to turn it off, but if you press the F button, it's like, you know, the flashlight simulates turning off, but it's still, you know, shining. So I guess that's just gonna be fixed in the future, but it's still a very cool addition. But probably the coolest thing, which will make our automation so much easier, is if we look at the storage chest, we now have filters. So we can do whitelist, which means that in this area, the only item that will be placed is the one we select. For example, energy drink, or in this area, for example, cocaine base or whatever. And why it's great is because, well, let's take a look at the chemistry station for simplicity's sake. Imagine, I'm not sure if you know, but like if you had phosphorus and what else was it? Phosphorus, pseudo, or acid, like on one storage rack, and you would make a handler like bring the stuff to the chemistry station. They would just fill up all the 3 spots with, for example, phosphorus, and then you would kind of be like, ugh. So for example, what you can do now is, for the first slot, whitelist phosphorus, then for the second slot, whitelist, for example, pseudo, and for the third slot, you can, for example, whitelist, trying to find it, acid. There you go. So now what would happen is you would have one handler assigned from a storage rack to the chemistry station, and he would bring all 3 of the ingredients, but he would not fill up the whole, you know, chemistry station with the same one, but he would actually split them, which would make your life so much easier. Also, imagine you had a delivery truck here, and, you know, let's just look at our deliveries. Let's say we ordered a bunch of stuff, right? Various different ingredients. Now, if a handler would bring those to the chest or storage rack, they would just kind of, you know, fill up the storage rack with random ingredients. So now what you can do again is set up filters for the whole storage rack for example, the same ingredient, like say bananas, and you would have to do for it for each and every one, but then the handlers would only fill up the storage rack with bananas and nothing else from a delivery truck. And this also applies to mixing stations. You also have where to place the product, where to place the mixer. So for example, if they're both on the same storage rack, again, the handler would split them equally, finally, right? Yeah, then let's see here. Okay, another cool thing you have is you can actually now transfer employees to another property without firing them. Just talk to an employee and you just say this, and then you just tell them what property you need to send them to. And as you can see here, there's another new thing. The storage unit can now hold 3 employees, which will of course open up possibilities for an automated storage unit, which we'll cover in a future video. But yeah guys, that is about it for this video. But honestly, the lockers plus the whole filter system. Oh, you know what? I did forgot one thing about the filter system. You also have a blacklist. So you can, for example, in certain spots, say that you do not want these items to be placed here. So that's what you can do as well. And also, if you're placing a product, you can only have a specific allowed quality of the item to be placed there. So for example, you uncheck everything except legendary, then only legendary products will be able to be placed there. But yeah, other than that, guys, that is about it for this update. Again, it's still in beta, so if you want to play it, check out the pinned comment below where I explain how to do it. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Please like this video if it helped you out, leave a comment for your algorithm, subscribe to my channel for more content, and I'll see you later.